with the language English, that is one lesson and one poem. So today we are dealing with English grammar. Why English grammar is important? Why it is actually essential for us? I hope everybody know about it, right? Do you? Yes, exactly. So grammar, English grammar is a important element in your language studies. It should be learnt by everyone who is dreaming of fluent and confident English. So nowadays, English is the most leading language in the world. So for that, you should also lead in your fluency and the confident language speaking. Okay, for that, grammar is very important for you people. So here, today, I want to tell you how important the grammar is. See, for example, if you are building the house or a building, so if you just take the sand, water or wood, else, etc., anything if you take, is it really enough for you people? Really not. You want all the things which you exactly want to build a strong building, right? So that's how the home or the building completes. Here, grammar is also very important that, so if you need a fluent and confident English, so you must learn all the concepts of the English grammar. So today I am here with one of the most interesting topic, that is auxiliaries. So dear children, I hope you people are about to learn the auxiliaries very happily. Are you not? Yes, exactly. Let us go on. What is auxiliary? How it helps us? Let's see. First and foremost, let's go with the definition. That is, an auxiliary is a verb which helps the main verb in sentence. Okay, so an auxiliary is a verb which helps the main verb in the sentence. For example, okay, to support this particular definition, I'll give you an example. Okay, that is, example is like this. Okay, I am eating. See, dear children, I am eating is one of the sentence. Okay, as this is one of the sentence, as we go according to the definition, that is, an auxiliary verb is a verb which helps the main verb in the sentence. So as this is a sentence, so if I ask you to find the verb in the sentence, obviously you will tell eating. Yes, so eating is a verb. So in the sentence, this is a main verb. As here said, auxiliary is also a verb. Here, I am is a auxiliary verb. So to support this main verb, auxiliary verb is helpful. That is, I am eating. This gives the complete sentence along with the main verb as well with the helping verbs. Fine. So I hope you understood the definition and also the example. Next, let us see how many types of auxiliaries in here. Okay, there are two types of auxiliaries. One is primary auxiliary and the second is modal auxiliaries. Okay, so first let us go on with what is primary auxiliaries. So majorly two types of auxiliaries. One is primary auxiliary, other is modal auxiliary. So again in the primary auxiliary, we have differentiated in three forms. Fine. That is, first one is be form, do form and then have form. I hope children, you are little bit having the idea about the present tense and the past tense. So in reference with that particular tense, I just want to tell you the auxiliary verbs. Okay, in the be form of category, so it includes the auxiliary verbs which is given here, like am, is, are. Okay, which use in the present tense. In the past tense, was for the same is and were. Okay, so here see, as you can see, this is a first person singular. Okay, so I just want to give you an idea about persons and singulars and plurals. Let us go on with that. See here, first person singular. Okay, the first person singular is I. Okay, means first person I is a singular one. Next, first person plural. See, I just want to tell you people this very clearly. Once if you get this very clearly, you will be able to understand clearly the usage of auxiliaries. Fine. So here, first person singular is I. Next, first person plural is we. Okay. See, when you are alone, you say I. When you are with your friends or you are with your family members, you say we. Means plurals, more than one. Okay, next, second person. Fine. Second person singular is you itself. Is you. And even plural of second person is you only. Okay, you say you people. Even if the people are more than one or two, you say you. Yes. So here, next, third person. Okay, that is third person singulars. He, she, it. So there are three sets of singulars, that is he, she, it, which is third person singulars, and third person plural is they. Okay, I hope everybody got the idea about persons, singulars and plurals. So now let's go on here with the table. Please consider. So here am, is, are the auxiliary verbs which is used in the present tense. Okay, in the past tense, was and were. Okay, as it gives the same, I have taken just here. Okay, in the past tense, was and were are the auxiliary verbs used here. Understood everyone? Okay, next, as we consider this table, we shall go on with one of the example. I am playing. I is a first person singular. That's why I am making use of the auxiliary am. I am playing. Understood? So like this, so I have given you one single example like this. So with the help of the auxiliary verbs, you need to frame the sentence with a given main verb. Understood? So using all these auxiliary verbs, you need to frame the sentences on your own. So then only you will get an idea how exactly the auxiliary helps us. Fine. So I hope you understood the be form. Next we shall go with the do form of auxiliary verbs. So in the present tense, we will use do and does. Whereas in the past tense, we will use auxiliary verb did. Sometimes even we use done also. Okay. Next, as we go with the example, I do the work. Work is a thing which we are going on. Okay. So here do is a form of auxiliary verb which includes in the do form. Next, have form. Okay. In the have form, there are some set of auxiliary verbs. Those are have, has and had. Okay. So have is used for second person and also for the first person. Have is used for the first and second person. Okay. Whereas has is used for only third person singulars. See, third person singulars. I hope you have idea about this which I have given already. So these are the third person singulars. For only he, she, it, has is used in the present tense. Whereas in the past tense, had is used. See, using the persons, using the main verb what I have given. So make use of all the auxiliary verbs and write the sentence for each in your own words. See, I have just given two examples here. You have read means, see, you is a second person. Fine. So I have taken the auxiliary verb here have, you have read. See, next is I am making use of the auxiliary has. So as I told you before, has is used for third person singulars. Okay, that's why she has written. Okay, so which tells only to make use of third person singulars. Fine. So more about the tense and verb form you will be learning when I will be teaching you the tenses. Fine. I hope you got the idea about the auxiliaries, how you have to make use of auxiliaries. Especially today we went on with the primary auxiliaries, right? So now we shall see how the modal auxiliaries usage. Yes. So dear children, now let us discuss about modal auxiliaries. So what are the modal auxiliaries? So how it is helpful, how it is useful, what are its usage, let us see. So the modal auxiliaries means, so these auxiliaries sometimes it shows us the abilities, sometimes it shows us the obligations, and sometimes the recommendation. So the auxiliaries which helps in such situations, let us see which are those. So can, could, may, might, okay, and shall, should, must, ought to. So these are all the set of modal auxiliaries. So here I have just given you what it means and where it is used and an example. Okay, let us see first can. So what is a can modal auxiliary means? It shows the ability or the permission. Sometimes we have to match with the situations the modal auxiliaries. Okay, it can be used in asking the permission, also the ability, to show the ability. See, we shall go on with the example and we may understand how exactly these two means for can auxiliary. That is, we can speak English. Okay, we can speak English. Can is a modal auxiliary used here which shows the ability that we can speak English. That's the ability of us. Okay, and can I have a book is of the permission. Okay, asking for the permission to take the book. Can I have a book? So the here is also the modal auxiliary which is used to ask the permission. I hope you are following me. Next, could. Okay, so this is something like unreal, which is not exactly. Okay, and the which shows even the past ability and now which is not present, the ability. Okay, fine, like some swimming or something like that. If I would have swimming before, now I can't. In such situation, we use the modal auxiliary could. Example, she could play cricket. Okay, she could play cricket, but not now. She could play, but she's now not playing. Next, may. See, as we went on with the modal auxiliary can, it also used in the permission. Here, may or modal auxiliary can be also used in the permission in some situation. Also to express the good probability, possibility, we can use the may modal auxiliary. Let's go with the example. May I come in? Okay, it's about to ask the permission, that is, may I come in? Next, we may visit Manali. So, which is a good probability, possibility that we may visit Manali. Next, might modal auxiliary, which gives the small probability, means small possibility. That is, let's go with the example. I might move to Rishikesh someday. Okay, it's a small probability that I am going to Rishikesh someday, not exactly today. or somewhere else in the next day. Someday, just an expectation possibility. Okay, so these are all. And next is shall, okay, which gives the obligation. Okay, let's go the example. The company shall pay on January 1st. Okay, some set of obligation here we consider. Next is should, recommendation. Okay, we recommend others, we suggest others, right? So in some situation, so recommendation model auxiliary is used should. That is example, you should go to doctor. Okay, when we recommend this for people when exactly they are feeling sick, okay, not feeling well, at that time we recommend them to go to the doctor, right? So you should go to the doctor. See, this should model auxiliary is recommending you to go to the doctor, means it is recommending. Fine. Next, must is a responsibility, set of responsibility, and also the assumption, we assume. Okay, so in some situations a responsibility, it means, for example, everyone must pay tax. It's a responsibility of every citizen to pay tax. That's why must model auxiliary is used. Everyone must pay tax. Next is ought to. Okay, ought to is a model auxiliary which is used very rare. So, but still we shall go on with that. Formal recommendation. Okay, formally, official recommendation. That is, we ought to know about first aid. Means first aid is a important aspect where everyone must know to avoid the danger. Okay, that is which gives the meaning. Formal recommendation means ought to model auxiliary is used. Example, we ought to know about first aid. I hope everybody came to know what is model auxiliary and how it is useful and the meanings of these model auxiliaries you have come to know. So this is all about. See, dear children, so to be perfect still, you need to write many more examples to be thorough in this topic. Not only the model auxiliaries, please practice even primary auxiliaries also. Okay, then only it will be helpful for you people to learn the next concepts of grammar very easily. Thank you.